because of politics. For example, I hear one of the social media presidential candidates went to one of the local authority area schools and was saying the government has abandoned public schools. In particular, his name is Mr. Peter Obi.
The ongoing war of words between the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, and former Anambra State Governor, Peter Obi, has once again brought to light the heated nature of Nigerian politics, where loyalty and opinions shift with time and interest. Please like and subscribe to this channel for breaking news we bring to you daily.
Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending, focusing on reactions to the confrontation by FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who accused Peter Obi, former Anambra State Governor, and Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, of diverting state funds. The allegations came during the inauguration of a road project in Abuja. Wike spoke in response to Peter Obi's criticisms of dilapidated schools in the FCT, describing Peter Obi as a social media president. Wike alleged that Obi diverted money meant to be used to develop Anambra State into Fidelity Bank, where he was the highest shareholder, so as to earn profit. Wike also challenged Peter Obi to publicly compare what he did in 8 years in Anambra State with what he has accomplished so far in the FCT in just 2 years. Let's take a look.
Some people, because of politics, for example, I hear one of the social media presidential candidates went to one of the local authority area schools and was saying the government has abandoned public schools. In particular, his name is Mr. Peter Obi. It is not everything you must play politics. But let me say this. Peter Obi, you were governor for 8 years in Anambra State. If you have finished all the jobs in 8 years, nobody will be talking about developing Anambra by now. 8 years. Instead of developing Anambra, you took the money and put in the bank you have interest, Fidelity Bank. Anambra State had problems. The money was there to develop Anambra State. You only prefer profit and put the money for the development of Anambra State in the bank you have the largest share, and Anambra will be suffering. Can you really say you love this country? If I were you, why not be quiet? Enough is enough. You cannot be president of Nigeria only when you go to one IDP. Oh, I want to go for a birthday party. I want to do my birthday party in IDP camp. Who is interested in all those things? Enough is enough.
These are serious accusations, and he's saying that, you know, who is interested in all these things? I get the kids in the IDP camps. They do care when people come and visit them. I mean, maybe that's what the FCT minister fails to understand at this point. But these are serious financial, misappropriation allegations. The burden of proof, like I always say, lies with the accuser. Well, reactions have already trailed this, and I'll take some tweets. Ugo wrote on X, I was wondering if, after ranting, Wike has gone to inspect the said school will be visited and ensure renovations start in earnest. That's how to shut opposing voices, not by making noise and neglecting the project afterwards. Well, another ex-user wrote, Dear FCT Minister, Sir, so when you were following Obi up and down like a handbag to learn from him on how he managed finances, boasting of education, upgrades, facilities, tax, power, equipping, and reforms, etc., so you could go to federal and replicate, was he not saving money at the time? And that's the question out there. A lot of, Peter Obi's supporters, in fact, they have pulled up an old video showing where Wike acknowledged Peter Obi's performance while he was governor of Anambra State. Let's take a look.
Let me thank the people of Anambra State for giving us somebody like Peter Obi. Each time I come closer to the governor, I learn new things. New things in the sense of his commitment to his job. He's one governor that has not been distracted irrespective of the politicking. He believes that he has a mandate to serve his people, and you can see the results of that commitment.
There you have it, Rufai. The internet never forgets. I mean, at that time, he always learns from Peter. I mean, there were so many pictures that came out of how, he really admired Peter Obi at the time. I mean, they were working together. I believe he was also Minister of Education at the time. Peter Obi donated huge sums of money as well. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, that's one of the pictures we see there.
Yendeva. If he didn't do it, is it not the same Wike that as our last election said that Peter Obi is the hero of that election? So the question is, what changed? No, because it's an APC government now, and APC's number one problem is Peter Obi. They must attack him. And what is Peter Obi's crime? He got over 6 million votes in the last election. So they must attack him and bring him down. As an FCT minister, they told you schools are not good. The next thing, go there and fix it. Go there and fix it.
Wike took another swipe at Peter Obi, accusing him of diverting state funds during his time as Anambra governor to invest in Fidelity Bank, where he allegedly became the largest individual shareholder. But you should know that this is just an allegation. It is the court that can confirm if truly Peter Obi diverted such funds. It is good we create this awareness so that our viewers are not misled. Wike also mocked Obi's style of philanthropy, saying that visiting internally displaced persons' camps to celebrate birthdays or donate relief materials does not necessarily translate into winning elections. Yes, it is true. In a country where the votes of the masses do not seem to count because of election rigging, philanthropic gestures may not work. This is a wake-up call for the masses to be united and demand for free and fair elections. Our votes must count, but not in a violent manner. It has to be through continuous dialogue and engagement with stakeholders. If we start spreading the awareness early, it will help us to elect politicians who care about the masses. However, many Nigerians have quickly reminded Wike of his own past comments about Obi. In 2014, Wike openly praised Peter Obi for his prudent management of Anambra State's resources, describing him as a model for other leaders to emulate. At the time, Wike was reported to have said that he admired how Obi ran a disciplined government and even followed him around to learn leadership. Please like and subscribe to this channel to help it grow and continue to keep you updated with breaking news. This sudden change in tone has raised eyebrows among political observers. Some see Wike's latest remarks as part of his political survival strategy, aligning with whichever camp offers him more advantage ahead of future elections. Others believe it's a deliberate attempt to discredit Obi, whose growing popularity as a clean and disciplined politician threatens established political structures. But the controversy doesn't stop there. Wike himself is currently facing public scrutiny over several corruption-related allegations. Reports have emerged accusing him of massive land grabbing in the FCT, questionable acquisition of properties in Port Harcourt and abroad, and unexplained wealth far beyond what his public service earnings could justify. Though he has not been formally indicted or charged, these allegations have painted a picture of hypocrisy in the eyes of some Nigerians who feel he should first address his own controversies before pointing fingers at others. On the other hand, Wike supporters argue that his style of politics is bold and confrontational. He speaks his mind, regardless of who is involved. They maintain that his criticisms of Obi may be political, but not entirely baseless, citing the long-standing debate over whether it was right for a sitting governor to invest public funds in a private bank. They insist that leadership accountability must apply to everyone, no matter how popular or saintly the public perceives them to be. Meanwhile, Obi supporters dismiss Wike's comments as politically motivated. They describe the allegations as recycled propaganda aimed at tarnishing the reputation of a man who has consistently been known for transparency, frugality, and integrity. They argue that the investments Obi made as governor were legitimate and yielded profits for Anambra State, not personal gain. Please like and subscribe to this channel to help it grow and continue to keep you updated with breaking news. In truth, the clash between Wike and Obi reflects the larger crisis of political ethics and consistency in Nigeria. Leaders often praise one another when it suits their interest and later trade insults when political alliances change. It also shows how politics in Nigeria is less about ideology or service and more about personal ambition and influence. For many Nigerians, both men have lessons to learn. Wike, as a serving minister, should focus more on delivering development in the FCT and clearing his name of corruption allegations rather than engaging in personal attacks. Obi, on his part, must continue to maintain the calm and disciplined image that has earned him respect while providing clarity and transparency on past financial dealings whenever questions are raised. At the end of the day, the people are watching. Nigerians are becoming more politically aware and critical of leaders who play the blame game instead of solving national problems. Whether Wike's attacks will damage Obi's image remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. Both men's reputations will ultimately be judged not by what they say about each other, but by what they do for the people. In Nigerian politics, words fly fast, but truth walks slow. Please like and subscribe to this channel to help it grow and continue to keep you updated with breaking news.